Hi, I want to show you the setup that I use to make my Patreon intro video, which is my standard for doing any sort of talking head video. I ran a second camera so you could see the setup while I was doing it. So that's what I've got, a freeze frame here showing you just the basic layout. This is the camera that you saw on the video right here. That's the one that was filming me. Over here is the microphone that I use, this overhead boom mic to catch my voice. Although I was wearing a lav mic, I didn't use it. I just used it. I had that as a backup in case it was noise. I remember it was raining that day, so I thought, well, maybe it'll be too loud for the boom mic, but I didn't really hear that on there, so it worked out great. All right, so this light back here is my backlight to separate me from the background. You can see it just kind of lighting up my shoulders and the back of my head a little bit. Right over here is my key light, and that was shining on the left side of my face. And then this over here is the fill light I used to fill in the shadows so it didn't look, too dramatic. I just wanted a pretty basic, relatively flat, nothing too fancy, just straight up talking head. And that's what I ended up getting. Background is this curtain I've got behind me. Over here, this is the monitor that I use for making sure that I can see that I'm in frame. And actually, I moved this monitor close to me before I filmed, and I used it. I've got a remote control for the pan tilt head over here, and the zoom and focus for the camera are remotely controlled. As you can see from this photograph here, those are the knobs on this monitor that I use to make sure I'm in frame and in focus. And then I moved this away because you could see it. I was too close when I started it. Anyways, so there you go. So that's how I made my first Patreon intro video. And I edited out the parts that I thought were redundant, although I will show you a little bit of it here because then you can kind of see it in action, get a better feel for it rather than just the still frame. But anyways, I hope you're doing great, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. I started this page because I believe that you really want me to do well and to continue doing this and not be plagued by the guilt of thinking, I could be, working in a factory and putting, finger cots in boxes and mailing them out, and drill down and really get to the essence of what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and share that, because I believe that's where the connection comes from. And that's the most important thing, because I feel that I can express an emotional idea.